We all know the visceral tension of standing at a gas pump, watching the meters spin out of control before the tank is even full. That pain feels incredibly localized. You see a sign pushing $5 down the street, and it hits your wallet immediately. But those local numbers are dictated by distant international pressures. To understand the cost of your commute, you have to look at the massive global supply chain, moving millions of barrels across oceans daily. Every time you fill up, that final price tag serves as a real-time scorecard for American foreign policy. Over recent years, federal strategy has attempted a delicate balancing act, trying to maintain traditional fossil fuel stability while actively pursuing long-term renewable energy targets. The 2026 blueprint pivots away from that balance, prioritizing a strategy designed to place the United States at the center of the global energy market. This doctrine relies on a rigid three-part machine: drill, sanction, and control. The strategy drops any effort to navigate a global green transition. The objective is to forcefully dictate the terms of the fossil fuel market as it exists right now. Step 1 is the production mandate. The administration plans to authorize maximum yield operations across domestic drilling sites. This is a sharp reversal from the immediate past administration, which operated heavily on tighter federal leasing rules and strict environmental oversight. This animated supply and demand chart shows the core economic theory at play. By deliberately injecting massive volume into the domestic market, the U.S. alters the baseline math. As that excess supply floods the zone, it physically forces the equilibrium point down, mathematically slashing the price consumers pay at the pump. Simultaneously, that resulting surplus eliminates the need for foreign barrels. The sheer volume of local production drives the necessity for imports towards zero. In this framework, domestic drilling is a blunt economic instrument deployed specifically to crush inflation. When Washington previously attempted to manipulate foreign oil markets, it relied on broad, blunt embargoes. Those wide-net policies routinely backfired, triggering widespread global panic and sending prices soaring for American drivers. The 2026 blueprint pivots to hyper-targeted economic strikes. The goal is choking off specific revenue streams of adversarial nations, like Iran, without causing collateral damage. This severe strangulation works because of that first pillar. The U.S. can safely pull adversarial barrels off the global market by using its own domestic overproduction to backfill the gap, preventing a price shock. Geopolitical punishments become precise, calculated scalpels, entirely underwritten by American oil rigs. By maintaining a massive domestic surplus while selectively freezing competitors, the administration gains the ability to force its own pricing terms on the international stage. This map illustrates the intended shift in global energy flow. Historically, groups like OPEC Plus have controlled the tap to move prices. But by flooding the market and sanctioning rivals, the U.S. attempts to override those traditional players. This is hegemonic pricing, an effort to make American supply the new baseline for global energy costs. Controlling that baseline cost allows the United States to offer highly favorable, stable trade pathways to its geopolitical allies. Conversely, that exact same pricing power serves as a looming economic threat, capable of locking rival nations entirely out of the central network. This model transforms the global energy landscape into a centralized system, where American policy, rather than just market forces, determines the flow and cost of oil. In the 2026 blueprint, petroleum operates as the primary weapon of American statecraft. The international energy grid transitions from a cooperative economic zone into a theater for outright geopolitical dominance. Which brings us back to your daily commute. The next time the cost to fill your tank fluctuates, you are feeling the downstream effects of this exact three-pillar machine in motion. The price on your receipt at the pump reflects the success or failure of American geopolitical leverage.